Welcome to episode 86 of Instant Expertise Marketing. Now, unless you've been living your best life on an internet-free zone somewhere, you have undoubtedly noticed that the AI hype is growing. More and more organizations are at least exploring small group pilot programs, and we're seeing AI integration into more and more in our everyday tools, whether it really makes sense or not, to be honest. Yet, way too many of our colleagues are only dabbling, and they're not seriously exploring how AI can actually transform your life, your role, your team, your organization. I'm Yvette Brown, co-founder of XPROMOS. I became an entrepreneur at 23 by starting a promotions agency with my then 29-year-old business partner, Shari Nomady.
And I guess you know by now that makes me Shari Nomady. Yvette and I, as you know, approach business from opposite ends of the spectrum, and yet we do always come to the same conclusions on how we help our clients succeed. And as we look to this immediate future, it is clear that success will require AI enablement.
Shari, there's so much we need to catch up everybody on. But as you know, you can't run before you walk. So let's start out with a little perspective.
Sounds good. So let's start with some definitions. We've all been using products based on AI or artificial intelligence for years because we're all familiar with things like Siri, Alexa, Netflix suggestions, our social media feeds. They all rely on AI, guys.
Absolutely true. Now, generative AI, or sometimes called Gen AI, that's like ChatGPT. It's Gemini, it's Llama, and it's Claude. They all use something called LLMs, or large language models. They use these to gather knowledge, and then they generate text-based information based on what they've learned. So to be clear, when you ask ChatGPT a question, for instance, it is not thinking about the best answer. It is actually cobbling together words based on everything it's learned and is predicting the best order to output those words for your answer. Now, as a little sidebar, I've been spending the last several months training one of these big LLMs. And I'm telling you, it's clear that the bots still need human guidance.
And as you might already realize, the better questions that you ask, the better answers you will receive. And guess what? The people with the most experience and the most expertise, they're probably going to ask the best questions, right?
Shari, I think you're jumping ahead a little bit, but yes, that is exactly right. And that's why we've been so vocal about using Gen AI to really unleash your superpower.
And we've been talking about it for a while now, but like you said, people seem to be sort of dipping their toes in when really they should be jumping in with both feet.
100%.
I know you've been particularly deep in this for a while, Yvette, but something changed with you too. And I think you really need to share that with everyone now.
Thanks for noticing, Shari. It's very true. And as you know, Shari, stepping back just a little bit, you and I, we've made a career out of combining proven strategies with evolving technologies.
Absolutely.
And as such, we always feel like we're ahead of the curve, which we usually are.
Right.
And we've seen in our career so many changes. And, one of the things I was flashing back is to the fact that our very first business purchase was a fax machine. $1,700 we had to get that thing at Circuit City, right? But the reality is that fax machine was transformational in its own way because we were able to accelerate client engagement. And we were able to open up working with clients that were outside of our geographic region. And the next thing that happened is the internet and email came along, which made that part even faster. And then we had smartphones and streaming services and complex digital segmentation. Like all those things have happened during our career time.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, you have never seen anything like this. To sum it up, the AI hype is real, and it's both terrifying and it's exhilarating. That reality really hit me like a freight train, and now I am 100% compelled to get the word out to all of our friends and colleagues and you out there so that you can get on the bandwagon now, because if you don't get on, you're going to be left behind.
Well, that does sound a little bit like hyperbole, that.
I know.
And why should people believe that it is anything more than hyperbole? Why don't you tell us?
You know, it really is a fair question. So, let me start out by sharing a few facts. Now, keeping in mind that ChatGPT was really kind of like hit the market by storm. It seems like it's been around forever. It's really hasn't even been out for 2 years, at least to the public.
Right.
So, we're 18 months into this thing. And according to the 2024 World Trend Index, and this is a report compiled by Microsoft and LinkedIn on an annual basis, 66%, 2/3 of leaders say today they're not going to hire someone without AI skills. 76% of professionals who are already skilling up say they need AI skills to be competitive in the job market. That's 3 out of 4 prospects looking for a job. Additionally, some companies, anecdotally, have already replaced, it pains me to say, entire content departments with a skeleton crew who's adept at AI. That's really the power of what's happening, and that's why it's both terrifying and exhilarating.
So it sounds like AI is coming for all of our jobs then? Is that what you're saying?
Not exactly. Like I said, the other side of that terrifying part is the excitement. You see, AI is more effective when it is used by experts, plain and simple. For instance, there was recently a study done that allowed college kids to use ChatGPT. Long story short, that assistance of AI or AI enablement actually most greatly benefited the top performers. Their work got even better. The expertise of the very best students enabled them to ask the right questions in the right way and made their assignments even stronger.
And I guess that's really the point, isn't it? Is that AI enables people to unleash their own superpowers to be better.
100%, that's it. That is exactly what we're talking about. But the biggest stumbling block right now is a lack of training. Last week we were at Marketing AI Institute's annual presentation of their annual report. That report stated that the number one barrier to adoption in companies today, and this was identified by 67%, a full 2/3 of the companies that responded to this survey, said that the reason they're not moving forward is a lack of education and training. Furthermore, only 19% of the marketing teams today even have an AI roadmap. The struggle is real.
Well, where do you think that leaves us then?
I think Shari. As you know, we've been at the leading edge of adoption, and we have been, in this for a long time now, certainly ahead of many people, and we've discovered what we believe is the very best option for transforming humans into AI-powered humans. And the benefit of that is that it delivers a ridiculous ROI.
Are we teetering on the edge of hyperbole again?
I know it sounds like it. I know.
Here?
And I'm really trying to temper my enthusiasm about it.
Okay.
But as you know, we've been in this deep. We've explored many solutions, and this is honestly the best in class approach. Like, no lie.
Well, all right then. Let's share with everyone what's really happening right now.
Okay, let me get to it. Okay, we've been collaborating with Simple Academy to bring foundational AI training into companies and organizations of all sizes. Simple AI has baked out an incredible system that methodically and systematically delivers ROI for every single AI-enabled task for every role within an organization. You've never seen anything like this. I 100% guarantee it. They are the first organization to offer role-based certification, AI certification, along with separate training programs for both leaders and executives in the area of AI.
It really is unlike anything else that's available right now, and it blows away even what the largest consulting firms offer today. Plus, the simple system, it routinely delivers 1,000x ROI in the first 30 days alone, guys. But I know we don't have time to cover all the details today.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like you know, Shari, when you and I went through this and, you know, you saw for yourself, it's like you can speak to this. It's really hard to get your head around unless you get a little better sense of it. But what is super clear to us and really important is that workers, okay, employees, you're not going to be outsourcing your AI problem solving needs to your agency, right? You're not going to be buying things off the shelf to do this or that. You know, maybe you can do that here and there. And we're seeing a lot of trash like this in the marketplace. That's not where this is. Instead, what we're going to see is that every knowledge worker and executive is going to need to upskill so they can use AI to solve the unique challenges they face every single day. And every single person is different, every single human's experience is different, and every challenge is different. But when you learn how to use that skill yourself, it's transformational.
And it's clear to us that you won't be outsourcing your AI problem solving needs. Instead, every knowledge worker and executive will need to upskill so that they can use AI to solve their own unique challenges that they face every single day. And every challenge is going to be different.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, you know, I'm glad you just kind of restated that because I probably got a little off course there. But Lao Tzu said it right when he said, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Using AI isn't about learning to write lines and lines of code, right? We're not all going to become coders. Instead, it's about learning the basic skills so that you can tap into the most knowledgeable resource you have ever encountered and the most knowledgeable thing you'll ever see in your lifetime. And the reality is, it's only going to get smarter than where it is today. So starting today, your career depends on you getting skilled up on AI, period.
And guess what? We are going to run a 1-hour free training overview on what you need to know to get started on Friday. Follow the link below and you can register from our homepage at xpromos.com.
And please know that there is more to come on AI. And until next time, thank you for tuning in. Please, please go to this free training. Get yourself skilled up on AI. It's going to be so critical to your future, and your future starts now.